want to talk about something, and I feel like it's something that really needs to be discussed because, in my opinion, it's one of the top things that really stops people from reaching their true potential in life. And that is the fear of being misunderstood. I feel like so many people out there are afraid of being misunderstood by society, being misunderstood by their peers, by their friends, by their family, by their loved ones. And it's very understandable as to why that's a common fear. In fact, it's one of mankind's most common fears. It's basically a fear of being different. You're afraid of being different from people. You're afraid of people looking at you differently than how they look at everybody else. You're afraid of looking at everybody else and seeing a huge difference. You're not like everybody else. You're not like normal people. I've heard this be said so many times by so many people that I know, so many people that I love, so many people that I care about. I've heard them say that. I used to be one of these people. I used to be one of these people that was just terrified of being different, of being that person that nobody else gets, that everyone in the room just kind of looks at and says, I don't get that person. I don't get that guy. He's weird. It's a fear of being weird. Nobody wants to be seen as weird. Nobody wants to be seen as crazy. Nobody wants to be seen as strange. This is basically what being misunderstood is. And it can cause, if you're not in the right mindset, it can cause a very heavy amount of discomfort within yourself because you're going to start feeling like there's something wrong with you. When people say they don't understand you, or you personally don't feel like the world understands you, if you're not at that right level of confidence and self-awareness of where you need to go, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel weird. You're going to feel weird. You're going to feel strange. You're not going to feel like everyone else. But what if I told you that that's one of the best things that could ever happen to you? That's one of the best things that you could ever be, is misunderstood. Sometimes you reach a certain point in your life that you need to be misunderstood. You need to be different because you are going in a direction that nobody else is going, as you should be. Why would you want to go in the same direction as everybody else? Why would you want to follow the same path as everybody else? Could you imagine what the world would be like if everybody had the same goal, if everybody had the same dreams and aspirations, if we all wanted to do the same thing? The whole world wants to be a scientist. The whole world wants to be an actor. The whole world wants to be an architect. The whole world wants to be a barber or a marine biologist. Everybody wanted the same thing. Do you know how boring this fucking world would be if everybody was the same? We got to stop listening to these ads. We got to stop letting the media and whatever it is, stop letting this shit influence you so much. You need to start influencing yourself. Influence yourself. Wherever it is that you're going, you are influenced by, you are driven by that. You are driven by your own goals to keep pushing forward, to be misunderstood, to be that silent person in the room when everybody is talking, because you are not the chatterer. You are sitting there and you are observing. You are watching everyone in the room. You are studying. While everybody is playing, you're studying. You're studying to be something better. You're studying to be higher than what you are right now, to be better than what you are right now, because that's your goal every single day, is to be better than the version of yourself that woke up yesterday. You wake up today, you're going to be better. Tomorrow, you're going to be greater. That's the mindset that you need to have. And having that mindset, yes, it's going to make you seem different. It's going to make you seem misunderstood. But like I said, you need that. You have to be misunderstood. You have to be comfortable with that. Because when you're comfortable with that, it's not going to bother you if nobody else gets you. It's not going to bother you if nobody else understands you, if nobody else understands what you're saying, because you understand what you're saying. You know where you're going. That is a level of confidence that so many people, they can only dream of having. That's a level of confidence that I'm still working towards having. I have it to a degree, but yes, do I still need work? Of course, we all need work. Ain't nobody perfect. Understanding being misunderstood is knowing that you ain't perfect. People want to see you as the way they are because that makes them comfortable. That should show you that they have a level of discomfort and a lack of confidence within themselves. They're working on something. They're battling their own demons. It's just they're battling them different than you're battling yours. Everyone battles their demons in their own way. Some people battle them by looking within, taking a look in the mirror and saying, you know what? Something's wrong with me. I got to figure this out. Others battle their demons by projecting them on others, by putting other people down to make them feel better. Everyone handles it differently. Handle your demons differently from everybody else. That's okay. It's a difference. Difference is good. Misunderstanding is good. These are good things. You don't have to be normal. Why would you want to be just normal? Why would you want to be just ordinary? Why would you want to settle for that? Why would you want to settle for a life that everybody else has? When you can settle for a life that's good for you, your life should work for you. As long as your life works for you, fuck what everybody else thinks. It don't matter what everybody else thinks because you are doing this for you. You're working for you. Your goal is to get to where you need to be. You're not, once again, I've said it before, run your own race. If you can run your own race, then you can run being misunderstood. You can handle being misunderstood. You can handle being judged by others because people are going to judge you for it. They're going to ostracize you. They might even try to put you down. They may even tell you shit like, oh, that's a hard road, man. I don't think you want to do that. You need to start being like this. You need to kind of start talking more. You need to start doing this. You need to start getting out more. You like different things. Some people prefer chaos. You prefer peace. Some people like to party. Your definition of a good time is sitting in, watching a movie, studying, reading a book, turning off your phone, turning off the world for just a few hours and just listening to nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. There's so many people out there that like doing that. Once you understand that that's another thing. There are other people out there that are like you. You are not the only person with the mindset of being misunderstood. You're not the only person with that passive aggressive mindset, with that stoic, comfortable contentment level. There are other people out there that are either just like you or they are working to be just like you. Understand that and know that. And know that it's fine. It really is. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with just being one day, just saying, you know what? I'm fine. I'm good. I don't need to smile. I don't need to cry. I just need to just chill. That's all. Comfortable contentment. That's what it's about. This is another lesson in reaching comfortable contentment is being misunderstood. Being at the level where you're going to be judged. You might even get shit on for it. You might even lose friends for it. Hey, if they can't understand that, then you got to ask yourself, were these people really down for you to begin with? Or did they run? You got to let people run. You got to let people run in their own direction. We're all on the road. We are all technically on the same road, but we got different exits. Your exit may be this way. Their exit may be a few miles down the road, but you reached your exit. Go reach your exit. Don't follow somebody else to their exit because I'm telling you, you're going to regret that. You're going to regret that, and you're going to end up being the co-star in somebody else's story. Whereas you're not completing a story of your own. You're not finishing your own story because you're so worried about being understood. You're so worried about being weird. So you have to turn into somebody else. You got to become somebody else. This is the worst thing that I've seen. I've done this and I'm not ashamed to admit it and we've all done this. We've all put on masks to fit into a certain area, to fit into a certain room of people, to fit into a certain atmosphere to whereas they're not going to talk about you. So I don't want them talking about me. So I got to act like them. I got to blend in with the room. Why? When you reach a certain age, man, you start to not care about that shit. You reach a certain level in your life, you start to not care about that shit. Because once you realize where you're going, once you have a sense of direction as to what you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to do, you're not going to care what everybody else is saying. You're not going to care about how everybody else thinks about you because you know who you are. When you start caring about what the world thinks, you're going to start responding to everybody. You're going to start responding to how everybody else sees you. Respond to who you are. Know yourself. Know who the fuck you are. And I'm telling you, that path to reaching your true potential, that road is going to be a lot easier. Folks, let me tell you something else, man. Choosing peace is one thing, as long as it is your peace. Choosing somebody else's peace, that's going to cause chaos for you. If you have to, whoever is in your life, if you have to walk on eggshells around them, if you have to talk a certain way, act a certain way around people that you're supposed to be comfortable with, then ask yourself, are you really that comfortable around them? No, you're not, because you can't be yourself, that's where you're at your most comfortable. The most comfortable you can ever be is being yourself, doing the things that you love to do, being who you really are, having your own personality. That should be one of the greatest levels of comfort. If you can't have that level of comfort with another person, then ask yourself, is this really the person that you need to be around? Are these the type of people that you need to be around? Where every time you're around them, you got to say, oh, wait, I got to put my mask on before I go socialize with them, before I go hang out with them, before we go out in public, because I don't want to embarrass them. Make it make sense to me. Somebody make it make sense to me, because I don't get it. I don't. And like I said, when you reach that certain level where you really don't care what other people think, stop caring about what the world thinks. This is why so many people out there have a hard time loving themselves. They have a hard time finding peace because they have no inner peace. They're always saying, I just want peace. I just want happiness. I just want love. That starts from within. Everything that you just said, it starts from within. It starts within yourself. If you don't have any of that within yourself, don't go looking for other people. Don't try to find it in other people, because you never will. You will never find that in other people. You will never find more love in other people than you find in yourself. Start loving yourself. Start appreciating yourself. That's how you start respecting yourself. You respect yourself enough to understand that if such and such isn't providing peace, if such and such isn't providing comfort, if such and such isn't providing the type of love that I have for myself, then I'm going in this direction, because that direction is not good for me. Protect peace, but protect your own. Have peace in your life. Have peace in your heart. Because if you're looking for this through other people, then I promise you, your future will not be as bright as it should be. Folks, I know it's been a while, but I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, I hope you had a very happily belated Thanksgiving. Happy holidays to all of you. And in case you are new to my channel, don't be a stranger. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And in case nobody else tells you, I'll tell you. I love you, and I'm proud of you. Keep it up.